What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Kev Capital Chart of the Day series, where we spend 5 minutes or less pulling back the curtain on some of the most important charts in the crypto market and what it means for you. Today, we're going to talk about the Litecoin chart with Bitcoin overlaid. Now, I provided a chart like this to you recently via a Chart of the Day video, telling you about this interesting correlation that Bitcoin and Litecoin have had over the course of the last how long has it been? About 7 or 8 years now, right? So if we go back all the way to 2018, we can see on the log scale via the monthly time frame or 2-week time frame, doesn't really matter. You can see that Litecoin has many interactions with this trend line, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interactions with this trend line. Now, coincidentally, every time that Litecoin has had an interaction with this trend line, you have found major bottoms in Bitcoin. Okay, so very interesting correlation here. It has played out every single time ever since 2018. For example, right here in 2022, you found a low, we popped up. You found a second low, you popped up really big. Then we had another low in 2023, had another major move higher. You had a low in 2024, you had another major move higher. Then most recently, we had a move in March, April of 2025 on the tariff lows. And again, you had another big, pretty good size move higher. I wouldn't say a huge move, but a good size move higher. So you can see clear as day, the data shows that there is a clear correlation between this trend line on Litecoin and Bitcoin bottoms. However, what did I talk about in that last video? If you watched it, I said this is going to break eventually. And listen, I wasn't sure which way it was going to break, right? You can't fully speculate on that, especially given the fact of where we currently are in the market. But it's pretty safe to say at this point, look what's occurring, right? Look what's occurring. This is finally breaking down from that trend line. And yeah, it's something that we're going to have to watch here over the next 12 days because, again, this is the middle of a monthly candle. It's not solidified monthly candle. For example, here in August of 2024, you dipped below the trend line and got back above it before then going on a rally in Q4. So something to keep an eye on, right? Can Litecoin reclaim the trend line throughout the rest of this month? And will that then coincide with a Bitcoin low, or is Litecoin legitimately failing this trend line for the first time in its history? And will that coincide with this chart finally going bye-bye and not, having the pull that it had once in the past, right? And obviously, any chart like this, right, where you're comparing two charts and interesting correlations, they all inevitably break. But it was just kind of a matter of time between the top trending line of resistance here and then this bottom range of support. Litecoin itself was always going to eventually break to the upside or to the downside. But it's just coincidental that you always find these Bitcoin bottoms with Litecoin during these phases. But it looks like Litecoin is, breaking down at this current moment. And that's something that I'll be watching really closely over the next 12 days is, does this coincide with some type of more aggressive price action on Bitcoin? Obviously, Bitcoin is retesting its key 2-day 200 EMA and SMA. If you haven't watched that video about that key critical 95.7K to 106.8K resistance, 50-week moving average, 2-day 200 EMA and SMA, I suggest you definitely take a watch of that. It's probably the most important video and the most important chart in the market at the moment. But yep, this is something we'll keep watching very closely over the course of the coming days to see what happens. And that's pretty much it, right? There's really not too much to go over here with this chart, but just wanted to throw it back on your radar since there has been a development. And over the next 12 days, it'll be either solidified in one direction or the other, and that's what I'll be watching for. And I'll probably provide an update to it once that occurs. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, comment below. If you have any requests to any Chart of the Day videos, please shoot a recommendation. And if you have some time, check the links in the description below. Beyond that, you guys have a nice day. Peace out.